Hello, my name is John Zamora. I'm an avid tutor for developmental math 50 through 200, and I am sponsored by the Office of Student Success. Today I'm going to be talking about applications of percentages and problem solving. Here we have a word problem that most people have trouble with. The word problem says, what is 5% of 30? We first start off by reading the actual problem throughout, making sure we understand the question at hand. We also want to go ahead and show you some key terms. Key terms is what, is, and of. What represents an X, because we don't know what that is. Is will be represented as an equal sign, and of will be multiplication. So by doing this, we can go ahead and see that we already have some key terms in there. And the key terms are what, is, and of. So we have representing what is X. So X, which is what is 5% of 30. So now that we have our equation itself, we can go ahead and solve for this. And because X is already by itself, we can just go ahead and multiply itself. Now remember that percentage itself will be moved 2 decimals to the left side to make it into a decimal form. That's why here, moving 2 over will equal to that. So now that we have that, all we do is it's going to be 30 times 0.05. Now, 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 3 is 15. We always put 1 decimal over. So 0 times 0 is 0, and 0 times 3 is 0. We go ahead and now add, and this will be 0, 5, and 1. Now, because the fact that we have 0.05, we have to remember that we're going to be moving our decimal to the left by 2. 1, 2. So our answer now will be 1.5. Let's look at this other problem. We read here that it says 2 is what percent of 20? Now we see key terms again. Is, what, and of. And we can automatically switch this into a problem by saying 2 is what, because we don't know what that is, times, because this is of 20. So now that we have it in an actual problem that we can solve now, we are left with this. We want to go ahead and get X by itself. So now that we do that, because this is multiplication, the opposite is division of multiplication. So we want to divide the right side by 20 so we can do exactly the same thing on the opposite side. Now that we have that, we end up crossing this out because we don't need that anymore. And our new equation will be written as 2 over 20, or actually 2 divided by 20. X is by itself, that's what we wanted. So now we can go ahead and solve for that. In order to do that, we can go ahead and to always find out what's on the inside and what's on the outside, you can go ahead and make an L and there. This is on the inside and the 20 is on the outside. So from there we can go ahead and divide. Doing long division itself, we have 2, 20 cannot go into 2, so we have to move 1 over. Do not forget the decimal point right here. So 0 times 20 gives you 0. And make sure you subtract. From there, you're still left with 2. Now you'll be dropping down your next 0. So now 20 can go into 20 one time. hence why we have the 1 here. So 1 times 20 will give you 20 down here. And now you go ahead and subtract, which will remain 0, and that's what you want to be left with. So our answer is 0.1, but the same way as the beginning, if you want to go ahead and make it into a percentage, you would have to now move 2 to the right to make it a percentage, being 10% is our answer. And thank you very much. My name is John Zamora. I am an avid tutor for Developmental Math 50 through 200, and I am sponsored by the Office of Student Success.